Alrighty, so today's Monday. Normally Sunday evenings, me and my videographer Princess does a homestead update, and then usually on Monday evenings after I get home from work, I publish that. This yesterday we did not do that for two reasons. One, we were busy and got sidetracked, and it was too late till we got around to thinking about it. But also too, I wanted to do a video. We weren't going to do that video anyways. We was going to do a mistake video that I made early on, actually late last fall, and then, well, in the last fall and in this spring both. So I want to show you. I want to show you our big garden. We're just going to do a garden tour, okay? I'm going to walk back outside of the garden, outside the fence, and show you something that's pretty amazing if you ask me. So there's the tomatoes. I'll walk in there and show them to you a little closer. There's peppers and amaranth that just took over on its own. There's beets and amaranth. The amaranth took over on its own. This is squash, okay? Look how lush those are. All those beds are lush. They're out of compost. And look at that. I mean, stuff's growing in it. But it's just so amazing to me how much of a difference compost, not putting compost down one season makes. And I use minerals too. I don't fertilize like a lot of people do. And then this here's our corn patch, which there is corn growing, but it is a weed fest. And the reason that is because I used compost out of the chicken yard. I should have left it heat up a couple more times, and I never. I've weeded it and weeded it and weeded it many times, but it is what it is. It's too late to really worry too much about it. We're still going to get corn. I'm going to take you in here and give you a pretty good, hopefully a pretty good tour video. So we're going to start down here in the corn and work our way back up towards the chickens. And the corn, actually what corn is coming up is doing pretty good, as you can see. It's definitely not knee high by the 4th of July, but it's doing all right. There's a fair bit. I weeded this. I don't even know how many times I've weeded this bed. It's like it doesn't even matter. The weeds just don't care. In the spring, we did put wood chips in the walkways, which I love that. I'll never not do that again, I don't think. And then this bed here is our sweet potatoes, and they're actually doing pretty well. It's still, I don't know, it's mid-season here. It's early July, but it's pretty much our growing season goes from late May to, I don't know, late September, early October. You're pretty safe usually. If you wait till mid-October, you're pretty much done, frosted already. But our sweet potatoes are doing all right. We got a lot of weeds in this, and I've weeded this bed I don't know how many times. And the other night, when the corn was disappointing to me, I actually planted 2 rows. You can see starting to germinate on either side of the sweet potatoes. It's up there as well. So I did that, and you can I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you can definitely see it in your naked eye. The 2 rows of corn. I did that because I wanted to make sure I had some. And this bed should be fertile enough to support both, I hope. And all the weeds, who knows. This bed here is a 4-foot bed. The rest of them are 30, and then that one there, I think that's like 7 foot. It's like 3 beds. I just didn't put the walkways in between them. And I do it this way so I can step over top of them. And it's not that big a deal. This bed here is our pinto beans, and the bugs eat it up. I mean, totally eat them up. As you can see right there's a slug on that one. I don't know how many of them I smashed this year. But they definitely are hungry little critters. And it's been extremely wet this year too. It started out really dry. We went probably 4 weeks with no rain whatsoever in May and June, and then probably late June-ish it started raining, and it hadn't stopped since. It's kind of crazy weather. But our beans, I put another row. As you can see here, and the bugs are eating them already. They're germinating, but there are bug holes in them. I'll put 2 more rows in just to see if I can get any beans. If I do, great. If not, we have beans, so it's not the end of the world. But I'd like to have had some. But I'm blaming all that on not putting compost down, but I didn't have any. I should have bought, and I didn't. I didn't want to buy. I put cover crops in this garden, and I didn't want to buy compost. I was hoping the cover crops would have took care of everything, but as you can plainly see, it definitely did not take care of it. But live and learn, right? I've been at this for years, and I still make mistakes, so nobody's perfect. And here's peppers. This rows are sweet peppers. For the most part, they're doing pretty well. They're definitely stunted from the cold and no rain. But all in all, they're not too bad. And I do have some compost. I'm going to take and top dress these around these peppers. I ain't going to worry too much about the beans. I'm going to around the sweet potatoes as well. Just get some buckets and try to doctor these back up. And I'll make fertilizer, as you've all seen in other videos. So I'm going to let them. I sprayed these the other night. And these peppers in here, can't remember what kind this was, but they're pretty much all gone. The bugs pretty much eat them to the ground, and we just planted some marigolds in there, which that'll help. You know, it'll help with the bug issues. And we have some zucchinis. Hopefully we soon get some. They're definitely behind. We have cucumber beetles right there. It's kind of blurry, but it's there. I've smashed, I don't even know how many of them things I've smashed this year. As long as we don't get vine borers, I'm good. And vine borers are a major pain in the butt. They'll kill your plants. The cucumber beetles don't necessarily kill them. But the peppers, as you can see, they're pretty bug eating. And then you go to this bed here, and this is just a mixed match bed. It's nothing really in it. We got a pepper here, a marigold. We got this here's a Mexican sunflower. Bugs eating it too. Marigolds, that's just a regular sunflower. Say one down the line, and they're mixed and matched throughout the whole area. Then this up here's our winter squash area with the cattle panel trellis. And I got beans going down this side. These are just green beans. They're bush style beans. And then I put on this side, not that you can see them, because Lord knows the squash is taking over, which is great. That's what I put it there for. Yeah, anyhow, and now bird's nest on this. And there's been a lot of cucumber beetles on these too, but they're not really hurting anything. Yeah, they eat holes in them. And there's bird bites in them too. I've noticed some bird. I don't see, yeah, right there. That there damage is from a bird. Probably eating bugs, most likely. I'm sure that's what that's from. Birds eating bugs. And you can see bird poop everywhere. I put sticky traps up, and I put these fly traps in, and they definitely help with the beetles. They don't take care of them, but they definitely help. I don't spray, so. And there's another sticky trap back in behind. And I put a bird feeder up with sunflower seeds in it. And the birds definitely eat it. As you can see, there's bird poop and seed shells everywhere right here, which I did that so it would attract the bugs, the birds, and so they would eat the bugs. I got a sunflower thrown in here and there too on this patch. This is a nice sunflower. Hopefully it'll be a nice sunflower. There's a couple sunflowers. That's a watermelon. It's pretty small and bug eating. Got some amaranth, another watermelon. But all in all, this bed here is doing good. But this is where I run out of compost at, was in this bed. Like that watermelon there is looking really good. That watermelon ain't so bad. Potato left in from last year. I didn't get them all out, obviously. Then I just left it. I pulled it out 3 times and it come back, and I thought, the heck with it. It wants to be there that bad. It can be. Another nice watermelon, some marigolds. These beans are looking pretty good. That is, I think that might be a zucchini, but I ain't real sure. Same with that one. That one, that's a watermelon there. So just mix match. And this here's a zucchini, but it's pretty bug eating. But you can see right there where the soil changes. Right in, not real sure exactly where, but right in here somewhere I run out of compost. And it's really thin. It's really thin from here back through the compost. And then down here it's just clay. And that's I'm going to assume that's a locust tree. I'm gonna let it go. There's another one I seen right here. It is. I'm gonna let it grow too. I'm not gonna bother it until it gets too tall. Then I'll chop it down. But they're a nitrogen fixer. They're a legume, so they'll help fertilize. Of course, so does the sour grass or wood sorrel, whatever. It's a legume as well. But I try to pull it out because it does overrun the area. This is just broccoli I planted. Will get any broccoli? Probably not, but that's all right. Then I got a bunch of dill in here because the dill's supposed to. I'm not sure what that is. It almost looks like a fennel. The dill's supposed to keep the cucumber beetles away. So I don't know. I scattered a bunch of seeds out through to see if it helps. Does it? I don't know. The dill's pretty small yet. And there's a bird just landed. I don't know if you can see him or not. He just landed right there. But the beets are doing really well. I pulled a few of them the other night just to see how they looked, and they're doing. That's about perfect for a beet in my book, anyway. So we'll probably harvest some beets and have some this Saturday, Friday here, and Saturday at the farm market. But these beets are doing really good. The peppers up in this row definitely not near as bug eaten as the ones down below, and I had compost in here, but some of them still got bug eaten. But over on this side of the garden, it don't get as sunny as it does on the other end of the garden. On the far end over there, it gets way more sunny than it does on this where I'm standing at right now. So and you definitely can tell a difference in the growth of the plants for sure in that. And the chickens are going nuts. They think I'm going to give them some greens. I got this beet in my hand and they think it's theirs, but it's not. It's mine. But the tomatoes, I did not put any compost up here, but I do fertilize those with my homemade swamp water. If you did not see those videos, I got a video list. I will put the link below for that. I just wanted to show you what compost does, and I should have bought and I didn't, but it is what it is. Live and learn. So yeah, anyhow, I just wanted to show you guys that not everything's perfect in the world. Especially for me, my jalapenos are doing really good. Them's probably my nicest peppers out of all of them, and they're probably, yeah, I don't know if they're my favorite, but they're probably the best selling peppers at the market too. My favorite to eat is Marconi's by far. They're sweet pepper, and I really do like sweet peppers better than hot peppers. Some hot peppers aren't bad if they're not burning you hot. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up right here. I just wanted to show you that not everything's perfect in the world of YouTube. I wanted to let you know that I make mistakes. It's not all the best in the world. I do have a lot of stuff that grows really good, but running out of compost definitely made a big difference. That and the weather's been terrible. It's either been really, really hot and muggy and raining, or cold and no rain. It's never had a good summer weather, but that's all right. I think we're going to get a high tunnel this summer sometime. I'm not sure, for the fall. The bird down there, sorry for being distracted, but we'll see how that works out for us, if we even do it, for sure. I'd like to get a farmer friend tunnel and put up, and I'll put it up above in that garden, because I got water up there. I don't have water down here. I'd like to get a well down here on this property, but I don't have one, and they're a little more expensive than I want to spend. I don't know. I need one, so I probably will spend the money for it, but we're trying to get a grant through the NRCS. Sorry for twisting that around. I'm trying to hook the fence back up. We're trying to get a grant through the NRCS, but so far we've struck out on that. Well, I shouldn't say struck out. The last we heard, she asked about a week ago, and they said it would be next year probably. They had to re-engineer some stuff. They were here 3 times already over the last 2 years, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, it's going to wrap this up. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked it, please like it and share it with your friends and family. So until we meet again, take care and God bless.